In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the center punch, item number CP450, to effectively drill holes into metal blanks or metal sheet. This is item number MB3183, a 1.5 inch diameter copper blank. Now with my fine point Sharpie marker, item number PN370, I've already made two very fine marks as to where I want to put my drill holes. So the next thing that you'll do is you'll set this onto a steel dapping block. Now when it comes to the type of hammer that you want to use with your center punch, you have options. I typically like to use a rawhide hammer. You can also use a chasing hammer or even a heavy 1-pound brass hammer that we carry, item number HA456. But this rawhide hammer seems to work fairly well for me, and this is item number HA401. To start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to position the metal blank on the dapping block so I don't have to struggle with it. I'm going to use the center punch with my non-dominant hand, and I'm simply going to put the sharpened tip right onto the mark you made with your Sharpie marker. This metal blank is flat against the dapping block, so in turn my center punch is going to be straight up and down. So now everything is in place. I have my center punch resting on top of my metal blank, which is sitting on a steel dapping block. I have my safety glasses on, which is very important. I have my hammer that I'm going to use in my dominant hand, and my non-dominant hand has a firm grip on the center punch. What you're going to do now is you're going to center your hammer on top of the center punch, raise up, and one strike is all you need. When you remove the center punch and you pick up the metal blank, what you're going to see here is an indentation. So now we've made an indent on this side of the metal blank. And I'm going to flip my metal blank over, so now all I have to do is do a quick indent with the center punch on this mark on this side of my metal blank. Now I'm going to pick up my metal blank, take another look to see that both of my indents are there and very noticeable, and at this point I can set this dapping block aside. And now I'm going to bring out my rubber block, item number RB980. There are multiple uses for a rubber block, but one of the uses that I use mine for is for drilling. If you rather, you can also use a scrap piece of wood for this step. Now I'm going to pick up my flex shaft, item number P0270, and I've already established what size hole I need to drill into this, so the appropriate drill bit has already been secured within the flex shaft. Now I'm going to use a bit of cut lube, item BR180. I'm just going to run the drill bit through there very quickly. Now one of the items that I like to use is what's called a ring clamp, item number RC655. Now a ring clamp, of course, is used to hold onto a ring as you have it positioned into your bench so that you can do any fine work to the top of the ring without doing any harm or marring the metal underneath. Another great use for this is to hold onto the metal blanks as you're drilling. You see, one of the things that you never want to do as you're drilling is to hold on to the metal blank with such force that if the drill catches any part of the metal and starts sending it spinning, you're going to hurt your hand. So this is a really great way to hold on to the metal blank without incurring any damage to yourself. So now the blank is secured within the ring clamp, my safety glasses are on, and now I'm going to position the blank at the edge of the rubber block and slowly begin to drill through the blank using that indent that we made as a guide. As soon as your drill goes through the blank, take your foot off the pedal. Now you're going to press your foot down again, this time slowly, and you're going to back the drill bit out. Now I'm going to reposition the metal blank in the ring clamp. Stick the wedge portion back into the ring clamp and repeat the same steps as before. Now set the drill down, take your safety glasses off, remove the ring clamp from the metal blank, and then look at that, two perfectly drilled holes in our metal blank. Now last but not least with your metal blank, you're going to notice that the side that you drilled through is going to be fairly smooth. However, as soon as you flip the metal blank over, you're going to notice that there's a bit of metal that's sticking out of the back. This is what's called a swarf. Now in order to remove a swarf, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Two ways that I found that you can remove a swarf quickly is you can take a needle file and you gently go over the top of that swarf until it's been removed. The nice thing about this is that this is the back of our metal blank. If this side of our metal blank is not going to be seen in our final project, then you can do this without worry that you're going to scratch up the back, as you can see right here. You can do this on the front of your metal blank. What I would do is I would take some masking tape and try to tape off as close as you can to the hole so that you don't have to worry about filing through. The other way that I like to do it is to take a very large drill bit, position the tip of the drill bit in there, give it a turn, and that will immediately cut out the swarf altogether. Now your metal blank is drilled and ready to go. I hope that you've enjoyed this video on how to use a center punch and how to drill holes into metal blanks or metal sheet.